Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back for another live Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm playing. Who is this? Today I'm playing Mega Infernape. I found him on Twitter. If you guys ever want to have a chance to Wi-Fi battle me, just follow me on Twitter. The link will be down below. I typically ask for challenges maybe once or twice a week, and that's like the best way to Wi-Fi battle me unless I'm streaming it. But Gyarados is now UU. The tier changes have happened, and regular Gyarados have dropped down to UU, and I am pretty excited to be using it. I want to give a shout out to Siggy, who made my Pokemon, and I also want to give a shout out to my boy Pearl, who actually happens to be my manager on my SPL team, who made the team that I'm actually using because I didn't have a Gyarados team and I really just wanted something really quick, and he plays a lot more UU than I do, so he just put something together really quick. It's a hyper offense. It's like Life Orb Azelf, Life Orb Mamoswine, Shuka Cobalion, Lumberry DD Gyarados, and two fillers. I believe one of them is Whimsicott, and I'm not quite sure what my my last Pokemon is, nor am I sure if I actually said 6 right there, but it should be pretty fun. I've never used Gyarados in UU, and I'm really excited to be able to use it. This guy actually has Empoleon. This guy has Gyara Food. Empoleon, Hydreigon, Milotic, Florges, Mamoswine, and Mega Beedrill. Oh, it's actually Absol, my bad. Absol actually puts in a lot of work versus this guy. Let me write down his team. Hydreigon, Empoleon, Milotic, Florges, Mamo, and Beedrill. I don't actually, I usually don't remember to write down the team when I see it. But let's see, as for game plans, I feel like my Cobalion kind of kills everything. It actually just kills everything. I feel like it's a great lead. I wonder if he sees that I have a Gyarados and he's noticed. Can my Gyarados win? I don't have Bounce, unfortunately, so I think the biggest problem for me is going to be that Milotic. Once I weaken that Milotic, I feel like my Gyarados can just win, so I'm actually going to lead off with Cobalion because I have Sugar Berry, so I'm not worried about Mamoswine. It has a good matchup versus Florges, versus Empoleon, versus Beedrill, and if he leads his Hydreigon, then you know what? He outplayed me on the lead choice, but basically, whoops. Turned off the wrong one. Basically, I'm gonna try and go for the Gyarados sweep if possible. I would love to get a mini Gyarados sweep going on. I do have a Lumberry, so I'm not too worried about my Milotic. If it does have Dragon Tail, it could be annoying, but again, I want to do as much work as I can versus that thing. This is also my Stealth Rocker, which is why I wanted to lead off with it. It's actually not my Stealth Rocker, it's actually SD, and SD Cobalion can put in a lot of work. Unfortunately, he ends up leading off with Hydreigon. Now, if he is Scarf, I don't believe I want to stay in. However, this is a hard Pokemon for me to switch into. It really is a hard Pokemon for me to switch into versus his team. I'm going to calc Scarf Hydreigon's Fire Blast because Scarf Hydreigon is just an issue to this team in general. Like, it definitely is. So, we're going to calc Hydreigon's Fire Blast. I'm pretty sure it will OHKO me. I'm pretty positive it will, actually. Let's see. Let's make this thing. Yeah, if at level 50 versus level 100. Yep. All right, 106 to 120. 5%. I don't know if he's Scarf. Best case scenario for me, he's Life Orb, and this will be a double switch right here. But I believe I'm just going to go right out to Gyarados right now. I could definitely see him going out to my Milotic if he is not Scarf. I don't want to go out into my Whimsicott just because, obviously, I'll be switching in a Steel type to a Grass type, so that's not the play I want to make. But I'm going to go out to Gyarados right here and see how this works out for me. Let's see if he goes for a Draco or a U-turn. He actually goes for U-turn. Okay, so that should be Scarf. That should mean that he is Scarf. I actually would have just fired off a Fire Blast just because I didn't have a good fire resist on this team. But it's good to know that he is Scarf. It definitely is. If he goes Empoleon, I'm just going to Earthquake twice. If he goes Milotic, basically I think the only Pokemon he can go to are either Milotic or Empoleon. I think anything else is just pretty bad versus Gyarados, at least right now. I'm running Earthquake, I believe, because that lets me touch Cobalion. Lets me hit Cobalion hella hard. And Waterfall, and I believe my final move is Ice Fang. So he chooses to go out into his Milotic right here, and kind of want to take this as an opportunity to get up rocks. Let me see my Azelf set real quickly. Psyshock, Fire Blast, Stealth Rock. I don't want to be too weakened just yet. I actually think I want to go Whimsicott right here, just because Whimsicott can at least take the incoming Scald, which is what I'm expecting to come. I guess you could go for Ice Beam if he wants to as well, but I think Whimsicott's just a relatively safe Pokemon to go out into. This thing does have Memento, so I can potentially set up. He goes for the Toxic, really good play on my opponent's part. Definitely commend him for that. Now, The Pokemon that I do see coming out versus this Whimsicott are either Beedrill or his Empoleon. So I'm actually going to pull a double into my Cobalion, trying to catch one of those. Though I suppose Beedrill, I wouldn't mind having Azelf out versus. But I think Cobalion is just better, just trying to catch both of those because it has a good matchup versus both of those Pokemon. And if he goes Beedrill, I can probably just go for the SD as he'll more than likely protect. And then I can go for close combat from there. And just basically get a kill. Because you would think he would U-turn out. Assuming this play goes the way I want it to go. Because I don't think this Milotic has any business staying in. He does have Toxic. I'm assuming he has Recover and Scald. So the last move is going to either be Dragon Tail, Ice Beam, or Haze is an option. Also, there is Miracle. But I don't think Miracle runs Toxic. I could be wrong, though. I could be completely wrong. But I definitely do see him switching out into either his Beedrill right here or his Empoleon. And I keep mixing myself up because every single time I'm thinking about Cobalion, I'm like, okay, I want to get up rocks now. But I remember that I'm SD. So we're going to go back out into our Cobalion right here. We should see him switching as he does. Okay, great. I'm assuming it's either Beedrill or Florges. All right. So Florges isn't too bad. Florges isn't bad at all. I definitely threatened this thing with the Iron Head. What I do want to do is, I believe, go for the SD. I just want to be a bit offensive right now. He should go right back out into his Milotic. I would think so. Yep. So we are able to get up this SD, and we want to weaken this Milotic. That way my Gyarados can put in some work. So we definitely need to get rid of this Milotic as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I do have Shuka and not anything like a Lumberry. I feel safer with a Lumberry right here. But I'm just going to click Close Combat. This is +2 Close Combat. Milotic is extremely bulky, but best case scenario for me, holy crap, it's a crit! Nah, that's... Holy crap. I tried to copy Shady right there, but that crit sucks. I believe he was special defensive if that crit actually knocked him out. So, let me see. He had to be special defensive if that crit knocked him out, but that really sucked. Cobalion is not powerful enough to knock out anything, but let me, Milotic, U defensive, +2 Close Combat, low 50, yeah, 67 to 79%. So he had to be offensive of sorts. But unfortunately, we didn't get that crit, so that really sucks for our opponent right there. Nothing I could do about that. Opening up that door, like Milotic was just an issue in general. And they're always physically defensive, or usually physically defensive. Though if he was specially defensive, I did have a huge chance to kill him. And that just means he's running max HP. But so Hydreigon is going to come out, and let me actually check my my Whimsicott's movesets: Encore, Moonblast, Giga Drain, and Memento. I do not want to switch into my Whimsicott directly or into my Gyarados, especially because Gyarados just has an even easier chance at winning now, just because +1 Earthquake knocks out Empoleon, Waterfall can do damage to Florges. Obviously, I set up on Mamoswine and Beedrill. Hydreigon's like the biggest threat right now, so I'm deciding what I want to sack. And alright, how do I beat... If I sack Absol, how do I beat Beedrill? Honestly, I think I just want to sack Absol. I don't want him going for Fire Blast. I'd rather just get off any damage on this Hydreigon anyway, so I think I'm going to sack Absol. And if he goes for Fire Move, like, I don't want Gyarados getting weakened at all, so I'd rather just sack my Mega Absol right here. As he is going to go for U-turn. Again, does he not have a Fire Move? I mean, granted, that is going to do a lot to me. However, I'm in a good situation right now. I get to get off a Sucker Punch versus anything. If he goes Empoleon, I can knock him off. If he goes out into... And I can Mega Evolve. He can't even go for rocks. If he goes Beedrill, I can Sucker Punch. If he goes Mamoswine, I can Sucker Punch. So, I think what I'm going to allow him to do is... I'm definitely just going to Mega Evolve and go for Sucker Punch right here. If he has Ice Shard, if he's Life Orb Jolly, it should knock me out, I believe, at 66 HP. Just because at level 50, obviously, attacks are a bit stronger. But I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go for Sucker Punch. Mega Evolve, obviously, getting that Magic Bounce, reflecting any type of Stealth Rock. If he does choose to go for rocks, that'll be pretty nice for me, actually. But I believe Mega Evolving and going right for Sucker Punch is just my best play to go for. I'm a bit confused as to why he's going for U-turn. Maybe he doesn't have a Fire Move. Maybe he has Draco, Dark Pulse, and then Flash Cannon. Or Earth Power. If that's the case, that's even easier for me, I think. And I can start being a bit riskier and staying in versus certain mons. But I don't think I really need to be honest. That crit really hurt him. Like, really badly. But right here, again, as I said, the best play is just definitely Mega Evolving and going for Sucker Punch. I'm not sure if he's actually going to try and predict me or he's going to double back out into his Hydreigon. If he's Jolly, he should stay in 100%. If he is Jolly, he should stay in. If he is Adamant, maybe doubling back to Hydreigon is the better play because I will be able to outspeed him, and I'll definitely get off like half with this Sucker Punch, almost half. But he is going to stay in as we are going to be able to Mega Evolve. Let's see if Mega Absol actually gets to do anything this game at all. I don't know if it honestly will be able to, as he is Adamant, so we do outspeed him, and we are able to get off almost half. As he is going to go for the Ice Shard. If he's Adamant, he's definitely going to be able to knock me out with that Ice Shard. However, I can now go directly into Cobalion and just click Close Combat. Even if he's Scarf, I don't think he'd be Scarf with Ice Shard. But I outspeed any variant. I do have the Shuka Berry. I can just click Close Combat right here. Alternatively, I could click the Iron Head. Iron Head would catch Florges upon switching. Yeah, I go for Close Combat, and I'll just go for Close Combat. Honestly, Cobalion is a really hard Pokemon for him to switch into. I don't want to go for Iron Head and have him switch into his Empoleon right there. I'd rather just do some damage. I could also have started setting up with Gyarados, but I think I want Rocks up, or attempt to get Rocks, which is one of the only reasons why I'm not going Azoth. Azoth is my Life Orb rocker. However, that does give him an opportunity to defog with his Empoleon, so I'd rather bring out my Cobalion as many times as I can, and attempt to just start hitting him hard with it. Especially if he goes Florges right here. I would love if he goes Florges, just because I think Florges is one of the only Pokemon on his team that can take on my Gyarados at +1. I like his team though, a bunch of threats. He is going to swap, so what is he going to go out into? He is going to go out to Beedrill. Okay, so he is going to go out to Beedrill. Not bad at all. Let's see, this Close Combat's going to do probably nothing. That did literally 0. That like literally did 0. I could definitely see him protecting right now, so I'm actually going to hard switch into my Mamoswine because I want to just start getting off a hard hit on anything that he has. So I'm actually going to hard switch into Mamoswine. Might be a bit aggressive. I mean, he has to protect right here. You would think he has to protect, or he would go for protect. Like I would expect protect right here if I was my opponent, because Iron Head definitely knocks him out. If resisted Close Combat does that much, Iron Head will definitely be able to. I mean, Mega Beedrill, we already know, has the defenses of a Deoxys attack. It's absolutely terrible, and defensive wise, like Iron Head does, it does like 98%. Well, no, that's +1. It does 66 to 77%. So that's definitely gonna be able to knock him out at that range, or should be able to knock him out at that range anyway. But we're gonna go out into our Mamoswine. We should definitely see Mega Evolution Protect, but if he does go for Drill Run or U-Turn, we should be okay as well. I don't think he can actually knock out my. I think he can actually knock out my Mamoswine. I want to be a bit aggressive right here. He does go right for U-Turn though. However, I was okay with going out to Mamoswine because 1, I'm Jolly, and 2, if he goes out to Hydreigon, I get to weaken that for my Gyarados. If he goes out to Mamoswine, I should be able to outspeed because I'm Jolly, and we already know that my Absol was not Jolly, and my Sucker Punch went before that. Basically, I'm going to be able to get off an Earthquake right here. I'm pretty positive I'll be able to get off an Earthquake. Only reason I didn't stay in with Cobalion is because I just didn't want to lose a turn on protecting and have to play around with Drill Run. I'd rather have him gone for Drill Run and then you know, U-turn to knock on my Mamoswine while I trade Ice Shard damage on him. Had it gone that way, then my Cobalion just waste a turn and have him be able to go for Drill Run. Obviously, I do have a Shuka Berry, but I just want to keep as much HP on my Cobalion as possible, especially because he has that Florges and that Empoleon. But this Mamoswine should be able to just knock whatever comes in. Let me actually look at my team real quick, just to see what I have, because my Gyarados' moves. Yeah, it's Waterfall, Ice Fang, Earthquake. Okay, so it's Jolly as well. That's good to know. He goes into Hydreigon, which I'm okay with. I'm just going to go for the Ice Shard right here. Depending on what move he goes for, I can take advantage of that. Like, for example, if he goes for the Dark Pulse or Draco. Basically, most of the moves he can go for, basically most of the moves that he can go for, my Cobalion can take advantage of that. So we're going to be able to get off well over half. That puts him in +1 Waterfall range. Don't even have to risk Ice Fang hitting, as at this point I'm going to go out into my Cobalion right now, and I believe I'm just going to click Iron Head. I don't see a reason not to. He is Choice Scarf. I also could have went out into my there's a few Pokemon I could have went out to, such as my what's that mon? My Whimsicott, but it doesn't have U-turn, so I'm actually gonna go for SD instead of clicking Iron Head, because if he chooses to sack Mamoswine, Beedrill, or anything. Like, for example, he just went out to Empoleon, so it's better that I went for the SD right here, as opposed to going for the Iron Head straight up to finish him off. So I'm able to get off the SD. If he does have a Shuka Berry, it's okay. I mean, not Shuka, a Cobra, not a Cobra, a Chople Berry. I could see him having Chople Berry, I suppose. Not too likely, though. Yeah, as we are able to knock out the Empoleon, so that's pretty big. I hope my Gyarados gets to do something. I really do think it's going to be able to do something late game. But we're able to knock out that Empoleon, really big. And Cobalion knocks out Florges as well as Mamoswine. And it lives a hit from Beedrill. So he's forced to go right back out into the Hydreigon. As, what play is he going to make right here? Oh, I have like 2 Pokemon I can go out into. I'm actually going to go out to my Whimsicott. Because if he goes for U-turn one more time, I can go for Memento versus whatever comes out. And start setting up. If he wants to drop a Draco because I'm minus, or if he doesn't have the Fire Blast. He does go for the Fire Blast though. He does finally reveal that, as I will be able to go directly into my Azoth, and I think what I want to do is click. Do I want to click Dazzling Gleam? I don't see a reason not to click Dazzling Gleam. That's the thing. Then again, I do want to get up Stealth Rock just for that Beedrill just running around annoying me. Yeah, I think I'm going to click Stealth Rock because I can Fire Blast the Mamoswine if that comes out after and knock it out. I am Life Orb. This will also hurt all his switches if he wants to go for them. And then I can just Psyshock as well. This thing. So we are able to get up those rocks right now. And if he's going to try and Wish Pass to his Florges, I don't really care. I just will be able to go for Psyshock right here. This is a Life Orb Psyshock. Even if he Calm Minds up, this is going to be hitting him on the physically defensive side anyway. So he's not going to be able to boost that. I don't think this thing gets any type of boosting move for the physical side. I mean, I'm not going to be searching for the Acid Armor Florius. That's not a set. But I will be able to hit him with the Life Orb Psyshock. And Florius is another Pokemon that I needed to weaken for, basically for my Gyarados to put in some work. And I am going to win with Gyarados, guys. I've already decided. So we're going to go for the Psyshock one more time. If he wants to pull the switch right back out into his Hydreigon, I think we're okay. I really think we're okay because it's going to be hard. He can't lock himself into a certain move versus this thing. But we are going to be able to hit him with the Psyshock, doing well over half. Good lord. As he is going to go right for the Moonblast. That Psyshock did so much damage. That's definitely not going to be able to knock me out either. And what I want to do is, I feel like a Life Orb Fire Blast will be able to knock out Florges, at least at that percentage. And Fire Blast also will be able to knock out Hydreigon if he goes back into it. So I kind of want to go for it. Kind of. I don't know. I kind of do. Like, I haven't made any plays this entire game. Let me, I've just been doing, like, the really safe play in order to win, which is not ever the bad play. Don't ever think that just because you're not playing flashy that it's not a bad play to go for anything that's not, like, just don't think it's bad play if you're doing that stuff. I don't even think Fire Blast knocks him out, to be honest. But then again, I'll be able to Dragon Dance up and win. I'll go for Psyshock again. There's no point in going for Fire Blast. Yeah, Fire Blast actually might not have been able to knock him out. So we're able to knock out the Florges. Okay, perfect. He'll be able to go out to Hydreigon or Beedrill after. If Hydreigon wants to come out, it has to go for either U-turn or... I'm actually not sure what Hydreigon is going to go for. If Hydreigon comes out, it has to go for U-turn. If he goes for Dark Pulse, then my Cobalion comes out and goes for Iron Head. He has to U-turn out into Beedrill and then go for, like... I guess he could go Beedrill, too. Yeah, I think he's going to go Beedrill here. I don't think he can go Mamoswine. Because if he goes Mamoswine, then Mamoswine is sacked to my Cobalion right after. I mean, if he goes for Ice Shard, I'll be fine. Alternatively, I could try and make a play if he goes Mamoswine and just go directly into my Cobalion if I want to. I don't know. I don't always make plays on Wi-Fi just because I don't feel like I need to make plays. I don't feel like I have that bad of a matchup, and I'm sure if I made some plays, I would be up a few more Pokemon. But I really don't think I need to make plays, especially with those rocks up now. Those rocks hindering every single switch that my opponent wants to do. Beedrill will 100% die if he did not already 100% die to Iron Head. Hydreigon only has a few more switches, and he actually does choose to go Hydreigon. So we'll see what move he ends up locking himself into. I'm assuming it's going to be U-turn. I'm assuming it's going to be U-turn. I'm just going to go for Dazzling Gleam right here. If he goes for Fire Blast, then I get a DD up. He does choose to go for Fire Blast. So I do get to DD up with my Gyarados now. And I believe Gyarados plus Cobalion wins the game. So I'm going to go to Gyarados. And the good thing about Gyarados is it does not go down to a Draco Meteor, a Scarf Draco Meteor at all. So Gyarados is going to get the little mini sweep going on at the end. Well, it depends. If he stacks Mamoswine right here, yes. If he stacks Beedrill right here, I mean, yes anyway. But yeah, we're just going to DD up. We are Jolly, so we will be able to outspeed Mega Beedrill. Actually, no. Yes. No. No. Yes. It's 287 times 1.5. He goes for Fire Blast again, surprisingly. Like, I don't... Even if that landed, I would go for DD again 100%. Yeah, we do outspeed Mega Beedrill, unless Mega Beedrill is a little bit faster than I thought. Unless Mega Beedrill is 438. Is it? I don't remember. I think it's 438. Yeah, it's 407. Yeah, we definitely outspeed him. He actually went for Fire Blast twice. I'm not sure. Maybe he tried to get off the damage. That way he could beat me with Draco. But he's just giving me this Dragon Dance sweep in the end. He can't... Maybe he's trying to burn me, but that's not going to work because I do have a Lumberry. And we are able to DD up twice. And Gyarados is just going to win this game. Maybe he was trying to burn me, that way he could maybe protect stall a bit with Beedrill and then Ice Shard and then Beedrill plus Hydreigon win. I don't know. A burn definitely would have helped him if I wasn't Lumberry, but I definitely am Lumberry, and I will be able to outspeed the Scarf Hydreigon after that second Dragon Dance, go right for the Waterfall, and Gyarados is going to be doing what I kind of think it's going to be doing in UU anyway. That endgame was really, really weird by my opponent, but I guess what I would have done if I was my opponent was... I think it was honestly over. Maybe hope I was adamant, go Beedrill and try and outspeed me, and then go for Poison Jab, crits into Hydreigon, and try and win from there. But I'll be able to Waterfall this Mamoswine as well. He's going to go for the Ice Shard. That's definitely not going to be enough. I don't even know if he's... Oh, he's actually... Is he Choice Bandit? Well, that wouldn't have mattered unless he got a crit Ice Shard after hitting that Fire Blast. He had to get a crit Fire Blast and a crit Ice Shard in order to knock me out, which is definitely possible. It's Pokemon. But Mamoswine is going to go down, and Gyarados is just going to get this mini late game sweep in the end. I can respect that. Beedrill's going to come out, even if for some reason this Beedrill has like super bug quick attack. Cobalion's in the back with a Shuka Berry, and I will be able to knock him out anyway, as you can see right here. So that's going to be a good game. So good game to my opponent. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like.